Welcome, welcome, welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Shepard. I'm joined by Monica Lilly.
Hello.
Did you ever consider having Monica Lilly as an acting stage name?
Shit, no.
That sounds like you could have gotten yourself on like Melrose Place or something if you were Monica Lilly.
I would have loved that.
Also kind of sounds like a porn name. Hate to say it.
Well, I would have had options.
You got to always keep your option open. Talk about someone who's got a lot of options. Gwyneth P. Paltrow.
Love her.
I don't know what her middle initial is, but I do hope it's a P.
Oh, I want
Gwyneth Paltrow. This is her second go-around here at Armchair.
Yep.
And it was just as fun as the last time. She is an Academy Award-winning actor. She's an entrepreneur is what she is.
She is.
And an author. She has a new show coming out on Netflix called Sex, Love, and Goop. Sex, Love, and Goop follows a group of courageous couples as they journey towards more pleasurable sex and intimacy with the help of a team of experts. Sadly, I wasn't called to be an expert.
I'm so sorry about
Maybe
that.
season 2.
Yeah.
Please enjoy Gwyneth Paltrow. We get support from Quince.
So we've been talking about Quince a lot lately, and as we head into fall, it's the perfect time to reset your wardrobe with their amazing pieces. I think it's so fun to do when the seasons turn over to just spruce up your wardrobe with a couple specials, and Quince is the place.
Totally. We're talking organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored chinos from just $60. Premium fit and quality you'd expect from a luxury brand designer. I love Quince. You know, I like it understated and subtle, and I like stuff that has high quality. And Quince checks all those boxes.
I love a lot of stuff from Quince. Honestly, they have incredible premium denim, which is very important for fall. It's pretty much all I wear in the fall is denim. And Quince has such a good selection of quality denim. Their stuff is so versatile, timeless, and built to last that you just grab every single day without thinking.
Right. And all of that for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They go direct to ethical factories, cut out the middlemen, so you get all that quality without overpaying for it.
We love that. And they do way more than clothes. They have bedding, cookware, bath essentials, travel must-haves, same deal, and great quality.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/Dax. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax. We get support from Apple Gift Card. Back to school is here, and for many, that means some big life transitions. Whether they are heading into a new grade or setting up a dorm for the first time, you want to give them something that actually supports their growth and success. Apple Gift Card is a versatile solution because it takes the guesswork out of gifting. It's not just about a new pair of AirPods for focus. It's about giving them the invaluable chance to choose the digital tools and subscriptions that suit their unique journey. They can use it for productivity apps on the App Store, movie nights on Apple TV, or extra iCloud storage for all those new memories. With Apple Gift Card, it's so empowering to give the students their freedom to allocate their own resources. Celebrate their new academic chapter. Visit applegiftcard.apple.com to celebrate their milestones and gift one today.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
Let's start with your shoes. Tell me about these. They're very exciting. My eyes drawn to them.
The whole outfit.
Yeah.
Making me feel good. These are J.W. Anderson
Okay.
high tops.
Okay.
They're so cool.
I'm very into them. I like big shoes.
Because you're so short. You want a little boost.
You don't think they're too chunky?
No, I love them.
I love them too.
Are they on the site?
No, in fact, which is crazy because we actually sell JW shoes, and I don't know why we didn't sell these. And then I saw them in a store, and then I had to
Scooped them up.
I had to scoop them.
I was going to make a bad gooped them up pun.
Oh.
Make it.
But I thought better of it, but I still did it.
Wait, what?
You said she scooped them up. And
Oh,
I said she
gooped them up.
I gooped them up.
You gooped them up. Okay, so the last time you were here,
Yeah. How long ago was I here?
6 or 7 years ago, I think.
It was probably
2 years ago.
At least, right?
or more, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how you are with time, but I have a less and less of grasp on time.
What are you taking?
nicotine mints. You're an ex-smoker, right?
Yes.
And it rained today. Did you not get in your car today? I dropped the kids off at school. I dropped them off. And then as I was pulling away, I rolled the windows down because I was liking the smell. And I was like, oh, if I could fucking light up a Camel Light right now.
Camel Light was my kind.
Oh, wow.
Such a good cigarette,
It's
wasn't it?
such a good one.
They don't even make that cigarette anymore, right?
You're joking.
No, exactly. We've been out of the game too long. I think, have outlawed like light cigarettes, period, because it's misleading. They're not light.
You're kidding.
There's no Camel Lights anymore.
But hold on a second, because
Okay.
there was a real difference between the feel of a Camel Light and like a Camel regular.
Big time. A Camel regular was like, there was also cheese burning in it or something. It was too, there was too much.
Too much. It hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt.
But I could bang back a pack and a half of Camel Lights at night having cocktails, and I felt great the next day.
I was wake up, brush your teeth, get a coffee, light a cigarette.
Okay, so I smoked in bed. Like, this is how I used to wake up. It would be like grabbing for the lighter and hoping I don't hit the ashtray, which is completely full from the night before. And then, like, having to get it lit before I committed to open my eyes. Like, okay, now I can do it.
Oh, admit it's so gross.
It's
like,
so gross.
When you look back, oh my God.
It is gross, but it does look cool. It does. That's why people did it. It did it. I'm going to say did because people aren't doing it
Do you know
anymore.
what's awesome is like, did it and with no embarrassment whatsoever. Like, there's so many pictures of me in the 90s. Every premiere, I have a cigarette in my hand.
Yeah.
Every fashion show, cigarette.
Yeah, you're looking like Jack Nicholson everywhere you go.
Awesome.
So my ex-girlfriend Brie and I, we lived in a one-bedroom apartment in Santa Monica for 10 years, and we were both heavy smokers. I now think about when non-smokers came to that little apartment, it must have been dreadful in there. And I never even thought of that.
I know.
Did you ever have a smaller apartment like in New York where you were banging darts?
Oh, yeah.
That ever happened to you?
Ripping a heater. Yeah. I had a studio apartment on 10th Street. And yeah, sit in there all winter, windows closed, chain smoking.
Oh, no, I just realized something bad.
What?
Our stand-up isn't in here anymore.
It's in
and
the
Gwyneth would
shower.
have liked that, I bet.
It's in the
I
shower.
saw with you and Matt Damon.
Yeah, okay, you saw. Good.
He's the greatest. I've worked with him a couple times. He's the best actor, and he's great. I
Yeah.
loved working with him so much.
Okay, Wobby Wob is being nice enough to get it out of the...
People are going to start asking. They like it in the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
They like the
okay.
reminder that love is real.
Yeah, why did we remove it? We had some other kind of commitment.
What is dolphin asparagus?
Oh my God.
Great
Okay.
question.
So it is it's not just
Wait,
my...
hold on. Look how happy you look.
I know, I've never seen that look on her... No, there's a better one actually I have on my
I
phone.
mean-
One where he's kissing my head and you can't.
And the look on her face is beyond description. I'm like, I've known you for a long time and I've not seen you smile like that. It's like, oh my God, is it a beautiful moment.
That's pretty cute.
Okay, so
Hashtag dolphin asparagus.
we have talked on here a few times about people that are romantically attracted to dolphins. There's a documentary about
Really?
people who've like been in love with dolphins.
Because
and
dolphins are pretty sexual.
the males are. The males want to have sex with humans. They constantly are trying to have sex with...
way.
Gwyneth, this is not up for debate. They
had
try to
so many
hump
conversations
humans
about
all the time. I'm not making a case that anyone should love a female dolphin because they're not like that. But a male dolphin is down to party. I'm not going to ensnare you in this because
Okay.
it'll be in headlines.
I'm going to take your word for it.
The bottom line is, it was an argument, and Monica, of course, was like, people aren't in love with dolphins. I saw a documentary about a scientist that fell in love with a dolphin, blah, blah, blah. I said, if you are in the audience and you would like to acknowledge that you're attracted to dolphins, just hashtag dolphin asparagus. Very arbitrary, just dolphin asparagus. And we got a dozen or so folks that dolphin asparagus, so now it's kind of a thing, dolphin asparagus.
Not to say that Matt is into dolphins at all.
It looks
but,
like
but that is what we're
you're-
kind of saying.
Yeah, you are saying that.
Okay, so really quick, because I just want your real life reaction to this. So the last time you were here, I was on crutches. I had gotten a surgery on my toe.
Right. Why had you had it again?
The surgery,
Yeah.
I have arthritis, and one of the
Right.
knuckles was like frozen. And I said, can you and they said, yeah, well, we'll go in there and we can make it straight. But when I got the x-ray, the podiatrist said, Also, the arc of your foot's kind of not right. I'd like to shorten this altogether. And I'm not a podiatrist, so I was like, okay, sign me up. I'm going to be under. You're doing the other thing. Yeah, let's knock it out.
Uh-oh.
You saw me, I had a little boot on. I was unaware of this at this time. So you have to see the results of this
shoes
operation.
are coming off. Okay.
Yeah, because this is my wife's favorite picture she has of my foot. Okay, so look at the length of this toe now. Well, ignore this because that's stage 2 of this story.
Okay.
You notice that is half the size of this toe.
Yeah.
So that's well done, Doc. And you can see the scar here. And then what happened additionally was now this one's curving completely over because there's no resistance because that toe's now a miniature toe. Have you ever seen a foot so disturbing?
I feel like I'm in a Lord of the Rings or something.
It's to get you in the mood for Halloween. That's what that was.
Wait, but do you have pain or is it okay?
No, I can't feel anything south of that ankle, really. Everything.
Oh, wow. It is
Everything's-
looking.
Oh, it's so gross.
Dax, it's not gross. We got to love all those little
That's right. Imperfections.
And just one more thing I want you to notice. So look at how long it is right now. Right now, it's the same length as the 4th toe, as you can see.
I can.
Now watch this trick when I stand up. It somehow sucks in an inch.
Did we follow up with this podiatrist?
It's worse than that.
Oh, no.
So I used to go on Kimmel and I would brag about how good looking my feet were. It was like the only body part I had that I thought looked elegant and really nice.
I don't think that's true.
Well, thank you so much. But that was my story at the time. And so I had a couple like on air where I compared my feet to other people on his staff and they voted and I had won. So I bragged on the show a bunch about it. And then I went on the show to say like, update, because I bragged so much, God did this to my foot. Look what happened.
Karma big time.
So then I show it on Kimmel and I have my foot on the desk and the whole 9 yards. And I get a text from the podiatrist and he's like,
sad.
He's really sad.
Oh.
And he's like,
He's sad?
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, you got the order of that, right? Yeah, he's sad. He says, come in. I didn't know you were so unhappy with the thing. And then now I'm super codependent. I'm like, oh my God, I love it. I'm a comedian. Did you see? I had a whole segment about the toe. Like, this is great. There's nothing to be sorry about. Everything's great. And then I was comforting him for a while over this.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I feel like someone needs to invent like Invisalign for toes and then you'll be
Ready for flip-flops again?
yeah.
Yeah, because I can't wear flops with that foot.
I mean, it's a good conversation piece.
There
It
you go.
is. And look,
Right?
I've had more than my share of good luck in life. So
Yes,
if I have a
certainly.
crazy Halloween toe permanently, then whatever.
You know what is weird though? It's like you don't think about this when you're young and healthy and everything's good. But as you start to get older and things go funny or you need surgery or things age and something happens, like a body part is different. There's this weird mourning that happens. It's like there's
Identity.
this weird grief. I don't know. Like I've had stuff like that too where I'm like, wow. Like I had 2 cesareans.
Okay.
My daughter was an emergency. It was crazy. We almost died. It was like not good. Anyway, it's like there's a big scar across your body and you're like, oh wow, like that didn't used to be there. And it's not that it's bad or you want to judge it, but you're just like, oh my God. Or I break my freaking toes all the time because they're really skinny and long.
Okay.
And so my toes, I have the same. Like my toes used to be.
Do you want my guy's number?
Yes, please.
I think because we talked about it, you could probably get like 50% off the procedure. Depending on how short you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ew, how short you want to go. I like that you said that though, because I do think a lot of women, after they give birth, they do have some trouble reconciling what's their body, what's for the
Yeah.
baby, all of it. Women aren't supposed to have those feelings. They're supposed to embrace it and like, oh yeah, this is a reminder of my baby. And it's like, well, also it's your own body. And I don't know. I think it's good to talk about that.
Yeah. And then also, thank God there was an Instagram when I had babies because now it's like if I see someone, I just gave birth 2 weeks ago and I have a completely washboard stomach, and I'm like, wow, that's not what I, that's not what I would think. And great, more power to the lady with the washboard, but it's just like, that is totally the exception. And then now we're being fed all these other images of like what we're supposed to look like all the time. Babies, no babies, whatever.
Well, I'll add too, even before you have the baby, you're on Instagram, it's like, oh wow, this gal gave birth in her living room in a tub. Should I do that? Oh, this woman was on horseback. Like there's all these challenges to woman. There's like a competing with each other. There's this weird, like, if you really love this baby, you'll give birth to it in the desert on a full moon with nobody there but you.
Right.
I don't dig that pressure.
Yeah, I just think women really need to be friends with each other, and like all the judgment around how you have a baby. Do you breastfeed? Do you not? This, that. Are you going to work? Are you not going to work? It's like,
do you have help?
Guess what? Whatever it is, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we also have this weird thing around, it's past perfectionism. It's like, I can do this gargantuan task that's superhuman. And why? For what? Like,
Right. I really noticed it when Kristen was pregnant with our first child. It was like everywhere we went, we'd start talking to people like, are you doing a home birth? I don't think so. But you're not going to get a epidural, right? And it was like all these layers of like, you're going to do this wrong.
I think a lot of it comes from a good place of people wanting to share what worked for them if they had a good experience, but sometimes it can sound judgmental.
Yeah, but like if I ran into a dude, he's like, are you going to the gym? I am going to the gym. Yeah, are you bench pressing 500 pounds? Like, that's to me what it sounds like. Like,
yeah.
Are you doing the most heroic version of this possible?
Right.
Okay, so the 2 cesareans, any other surgeries I need to be aware of? Like if we travel together, is shit going to go off in the alarm? Did you fill out our
paperwork where we asked all your medical history?
Because we're going to give you a massage midway through.
Perfect. I got my tonsils out.
Okay.
And cesareans. I had a knee surgery. I broke my knee when I was doing Ironman.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a torn meniscus or something?
No, I broke what's called the tibial plateau.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's great.
It would hurt a lot.
The tibial plateau.
Yeah, I've gotten banged up here and there, but luckily nothing too gnarly.
And how tall are you?
I used to be 5'10".
Okay.
And now I'm like 5'9" and almost 5'10", but I'm definitely shrinking.
But in those shoes today, pushing 6 foot.
I hope so. My daughter's taller than me, though.
She
How
is?
weird.
Really?
Yeah. She's like 5'11".
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that
Good
crazy?
for her.
Now that's a awesome thing as an adult, perhaps, but in high school, I remember when gals were that tall in high school, and it was rough for them.
Yeah, I think she sort of has a love-hate relationship with it. But I said to her, don't worry, when you're all grown up, you're going to like being tall.
Yeah.
You're going to laugh last.
Yeah.
You in high school, fine?
I grew an inch when I was like 19, which was pretty weird. So I got to 5'10" when I was like 19, but I was still tall in high school. I was like 5'9" all the way through. Yeah. Well, not all the way through, like, I don't know, 10th, 11th grade.
And most of the boys are about 5'9" at that point.
That's true.
That was always an issue at prom. Like, if you had a shorter boyfriend, like, you had to wear smaller shoes. It was a whole thing.
Oh, that's like going to prom with Robert Downey Jr.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
He makes me wear flat shoes.
He does.
I have to get on my knees in photos with him. I'm kidding, Robert. I love you.
Robert, we love you so much.
Now, when you endeavored into Goop, what was the global vision at that moment? I have to imagine it's like evolved in so many ways that were kind of unforeseen. Like, what did you think it was originally going to be?
It's almost like I was holding 2 totally different ideas at the same time, because on one level, I was like, wow, it would be so cool to like have a business and do something in a lifestyle space and make product, and like, what could this be? And I was sort of holding this big amorphous vision, like it wasn't well defined, but I had this sort of ambition behind it. But then at the same time, I felt very almost like caught in my fear and anxiety around trying to do something in a different space. And I had no idea what I was doing. But I just had this passion. So it was like, on the one hand, I had this ambition, and then on the other side, I had this fear.
Yeah, it seems insurmountable, even the word business. Like, what? There's accountants, someone's got to file these taxes. You got, like, it just seems like, well, that's not what I do.
And I had always been really interested in business.
Yeah. I find this is rare. So when you would get a contract, you would be negotiating a contract to act in something.
Yeah.
Were you the type of person that loved talking to your lawyer about
Yes.
it? Okay, me too.
Totally.
Like, I need to know everything. What's their
Yes.
scheme? How are they making money? What does that really mean? What's the 20% off for?
Right.
That's you too.
Exactly. So I love to know all the inner workings of that stuff. And then I grew up in New York City, and so I didn't go to school with a bunch of actors, kids or whatever, like you do out here maybe, right?
Yeah.
Although I was here when I was little. But when I was like reading the newspaper age, all the girls' dads were like,
Finance people
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
and I was super interested. I was like, wow, this is fascinating. This is like a chess game. It was like Machiavelli. And I got super interested in how it all worked. So I always had this like covert interest.
Yeah. An undercover business interest.
Yeah.
So, but even with that ambition towards what it could be, what did you think the lane of products would even be? Like, I have to imagine now it's even expanded into realms that you didn't originally.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't even know if we would ever get to make a product. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know how to, like, I had no idea how to monetize a business. I had no idea. I was like, I guess I'll just send out a newsletter. And then I had help, like, figuring out what it would look like, and that the newsletters would then be archived and people could go back. But I didn't know that you could sell ads. I didn't know that you could, like, do collaborations or sponsorships, let alone create a marketplace, you know, for
Yeah.
e-commerce or make your own stuff. That just seemed like way past what I was capable of.
I mean, it was a long time ago, right?
yeah, it was like 13 years ago.
Yeah. Oh,
really?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
And people weren't doing it then. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like now a lot of actors and actresses have other businesses and other things and
Yes.
tons of endorsements. And now it's evolved, but I don't feel like people were doing it very much when you were.
No, I definitely was among the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was very early in the space.
You've been successful in many ways, but like I'll just say from my point of view, this thing feels suspicious. Like this podcast feels too good to be true. I've tried so hard at other things, and they were just very middling at best. And then this thing is just like so big, and I'm scared to think about why it is. And if I know why, I'll ruin it. Like, do you have any of that stuff? Like, this thing is working out so well. Or is that something
Oh my God.
you
First
mantra?
of all, you're so funny. The reason why this is so successful is because you guys, first of all, you have this like incredible chemistry together that's just natural. Like you could never engineer this.
True.
Thank you.
True. Yeah,
And
I agree.
the quality of the conversations are so good, and you're so funny. And it's just like, it's a great podcast.
Despite my foot, it works.
Maybe because of your foot.
Yeah, if I got to fix
Oh
the whole
my
thing.
God.
The foot, yeah. I'm not sure how the foot's going to play in.
But is any part of your brain like, this is a little suspicious that like I was acting and then I have an interest in this and then I pursue this thing and then, but at least from the outside, it seems like it's an enormous business at this. How many employees do you have?
200.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's bonkers,
That's
right?
amazing.
Yeah, but I think it feels different because it's so hard and we've had so many ups and downs and we've been through so many incarnations and like I've made so many mistakes and
Oh, tell me a couple mistakes.
oh my God. I mean, how long is this?
Love mistakes.
For you, we have at least 20 minutes left.
good.
Yeah.
So many. I guess like the most overarching mistake theme that I've made is not feeling emboldened to question other people who are experts.
Right, yeah.
So like, oh, how can I say like this doesn't feel right when I don't know anything about X, Y, or Z?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think it's hard to be a woman starting a business anyway. And then it's hard when people are like, why the fuck are you starting a business? Like, you don't have any authority to do this. And, you know, so it's like you're constantly
Proving yourself.
right.
Yeah.
And then it's like you do have a business and then the press are like, why the fuck are you doing the business? So it's like constant sort of
Yeah.
wind in your face. And I think I outsourced a lot of my authority. And that's okay if it's the right people, but you should always like, I think any founder or entrepreneur, like you're never going to be a domain expert in all of these areas. So instincts become really important in terms of like, even if you have an uncomfortable conversation with someone, like, I want to get a second opinion on this, or I want someone to check this work or audit this or that, like, do it, because you learn more, they learn more. I think you can establish a really good relationship with a coworker by having a difficult conversation. And the people who can't handle it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Right?
I know, like, when you direct stuff, there's this fear that everyone else will lose confidence in you. So it incentivizes you to not acknowledge when you don't know, right? Or like, at least if you're insecure in the role, you're kind of, it's fearful to let people see that there are areas you don't know. And does that play a role at all too when you're the head of something like that?
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I think you have to make a decision early on. I did, to say, I don't know about this. Like, I remember when I was first starting and I was really trying to catch up on kind of just like the basics of business and e-commerce specifically. And I would be in these meetings and people would be throwing out all these acronyms and I would literally be Googling under the table, what's an AOV? And I kind of made a decision, like, I'm just going to ask the questions. Like, I don't know why I'm so embarrassed to ask.
That would be me. Fuck, I'm supposed to know that shit.
Right. And so I'm like, sorry, I don't know this. Or what is that? Yeah. And it's so funny too, because I still do it all the time. And you notice, like, other people don't know it either, and they're not asking. So when I ask, everyone's like, oh, okay, good. Yeah. But there's shame in not knowing something.
I have it because my chip on my shoulder is that everyone thinks I'm dumb. Like, that's kind of my big fear. I had a conversation, somehow, Tim Ferriss. So I ended up on a phone call with him, and we were having this splendid conversation. He said ROI like 9 times. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And it was about the 8th time where I was like, I had enough context clues to finally go like, oh, return on investment. But I had just been nodding along this conversation for quite a while, as if I knew what he was saying when he would say ROI.
I know. And there's nothing wrong with saying, what is that?
Yeah, I'm a gearhead comedian. It's okay if I don't know what ROI is.
That's right.
So I have to include you in our experience watching the first season of your show.
Oh, okay.
Loved it.
Because Monica called me in like as if she had gone to the Magic Kingdom for the first time and saw all the characters. She goes, you've got to watch this episode. They show close-ups of all these vaginas. There's that much variety.
I had no idea.
That's why we wanted to do it. It's a vulva, by the way, Dax. Yes. A vagina is the inside.
I'll give you a master class on the menorah, the majora, the clitoris. Let's party.
Okay.
No, see that? I already got terrified. You would think I was ill-equipped. But it occurred to me, so of course I watched it, and I was like, yeah, vagina is like everyone is, that's why we want to see all of them.
Dax is like,
bit.
I've seen my fair share.
I already knew that. I was like, I didn't. I'm only seeing mine.
Well, also it occurred to me, I'm so stupid and locked into my perspective. I was like, oh yeah, when you guys are naked around each other, you're not seeing each other's vulva. You're not
at all.
Yeah. Because I could tell you what every dude I'm friends with, their penis looks like. I've seen everyone's penis, and they're all unique, and I knew that. Some guys are uncircumcised. That's exciting.
Sure.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, penises are more displayed in general. Like, sometimes you do see it in movies. Sometimes
You're not going to get a close-up of the vulva.
No.
Unless you're watching Goop.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were like, we really, really want to do this because I think women, largely in our culture, as you said, they've seen their own, unless they're lesbians.
Sure.
And the idea that you get is from
pornography.
porn.
Yeah.
Or Playboy or whatever. And it's so, I think it does a big disservice to women to think like, I mean, there's so many examples of this in the culture. Like, we're supposed to look like this. We're supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
And that's like a super vulnerable area, obviously, to think about, like, am I normal? Am I not normal? So we just wanted to be like, you're normal. Whatever you look like, you're beautiful. You're normal. It's okay. And we were really happy that not the network. What do you say? The streamer, the Netflix.
The Netflix.
Yeah.
They were like on board with it. It was
Well, if
awesome.
I was Googling Netflix right now, she'd just say, what the fuck is Netflix? That must be an acronym for something.
Yeah, it was profound. It really was. I've never seen anything like that.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by Auto Trader. All right, if you've been putting off car shopping because it sounds like a whole thing, buying your car online on AutoTrader makes it way easier, really. You can shop tons of cars online, compare prices, check financing and trade-in options, all from wherever you are. And if you want to start online and go to the dealership for a test drive, you can do that too, really. What I like is the flexibility. Start online, finish at the dealer, or the other way around. Your info stays with you, so you're not starting the process from scratch. Plus, you're working with local dealer listings, so you've got real people helping behind the scenes. And when you're ready, you can pick up your car or have it delivered. Really. Buy your car online on AutoTrader. Really. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You've heard us talk about BetterHelp for a while, but I don't know that we've ever talked about how much people love this service when they use it. BetterHelp has an average live therapy session rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client session reviews. And you can check out the reviews yourself at betterhelp.com/reviews to see how much they love BetterHelp. Knowing that kind of service feedback from real people speaks for itself. I'm a huge proponent of therapy, as we've talked about before. I've learned so many things about myself that I believe truly only an outside, objective person could help me come to. BetterHelp makes it easy to get started. Answer a few questions, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, and switch therapists at any time if it's not the right fit. See the reviews, see what stands out, and see if BetterHelp is right for you. Visit betterhelp.com/Dax. That's betterhelp.com/Dax.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, HP, for supporting this episode. Parent, you've got enough on your back-to-school list right now. Ink cartridges do not need to be on it. They just don't. The HP Smart Tank printer uses a refillable ink tank and comes with up to 3 years of ink included. It's the last printer you'll ever need. To learn more, search HP Smart Tank.
This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And, I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper, and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold. So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz, and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair. So here's my question to you guys, and I got to set it up in a little bit of a lengthy thing. One of my fascinations is when couples I've known have experienced infidelity, the pattern of questions men ask and the pattern of questions women ask. And I find it to be the most fascinating thing because pretty much without exception, everyone I know that's gone through that, the guy, and it's even in Closer, I think, that great movie, the Mike Nichols movie.
Right.
The guy's first question is, how big was his dick? And did you come?
Wow. Okay.
That's like right out of the gates. Like, who is he? They got to know how big his dick is, and they got to know if you came. And what that tells me is those are guys' two biggest fears. Their two biggest fears are my dick isn't big enough, and I'm not giving my partner orgasms.
Right.
And women generally are asking immediately, do you love her? And so I think women's fear is that they're going to be unloved.
Right.
And it's all heartbreaking for both parties.
It
Like
is.
all of our gender fucking silos we're in suck for everyone. And they're driven by each other, which is ironic because no one cares about dick size more than guys. So I guess I'm curious, like, I know as a guy, that is what you as a dude are comparing. And so what comparative game do women play considering they don't even really know what each other has? Maybe boobs when you're younger? Like you're worried about who has boobs and who doesn't?
That's true. I was so late with the boobs.
You were so blessed.
My boobs came so late.
Mine came so early
And I was like embarrassed by that. Like everyone's just embarrassed no matter who you are. You want to be the other person.
Yes, standard is just to be ashamed and hate everything that's happening.
It's true.
I'm going to go even further, and we'll probably cut this out, but
Are you having another nicotine thing?
yeah, these are nicotine toothpicks.
Wow. How long have you not smoked cigarettes?
16 years last month.
But you're still this
Yeah, I love
addicted?
nicotine. And I've talked to a lot of doctors about it. There's nothing really bad about nicotine other than it raises your blood pressure a little bit, but I have low blood pressure, so that's not an issue.
Okay.
And it delays the onset of Parkinson's.
Okay.
So you might want to think about
Bringing
you
it
want to
back.
do you want to do a collab? Is that what we do?
Yes.
I'll design some nicotine products for Goop.
Perfect.
If I saw anything with your name on it on
You would cancel
Goop, I'd be
every.
like, "Ah."
Do you vape?
No.
No.
I did for a minute, man. It got me. It got me. I had never been to Lake Arrowhead. Have you?
No.
It'll blow your mind. It's
Wow.
like teleporting to Switzerland. It's an hour away. We rented a house in quarantine up there, and I got up there. It's like mountains. And my buddy at the time, my childhood best friend, was with us, and he was still smoking. And it was the first time in 15 years I was like, "Fuck, I want to smoke up here in this
Right.
mountain climate."
Oh, yeah.
And then another friend that was there vaped, so I was like, "Well, fuck, I'll take that option because I want to smoke." And then 7 months of me vaping.
they couldn't. None of them can stop. Like a lot
But
of people.
I've been off of it for 3 months now, so I'm done with that chapter.
Okay, that's
yeah.
good.
Did you ever party with the vapes?
No, I never.
You said goodbye to it, and that was it.
Do you know, it's like I loved the sound of the burning tobacco and the smell. I'm not going to vape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You lose all the good stuff then.
If you suck hard enough that you get a little crackle, that'll remind you of the,
the sound of your lungs crack.
yeah,
turning into
snap,
popcorn.
crackle, pop.
So how long ago has it been since you smoked?
I smoked like a pack at least a day until I was about 24. Then I stopped.
So you've been off for 5 years.
Well, then I did a movie called The Royal Tenenbaums. Oh, thank you. I just got your joke. And
we just interviewed Luke.
Oh, I love Luke.
And I don't know that I knew you guys dated, so I go, it must have been impossible not to fall in love with Gwyneth in that movie. And he goes, oh, well, I did. I was like, I should do a little more research.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, it was really...
He is the funniest person. I honestly laughed so hard with that guy. Like, I died laughing.
Same. I did a movie with him, and I still have about 20 of his catchphrases in my head that I constantly do out loud.
He's so funny. So I had to smoke in that movie.
Yeah.
So I kind of picked it back up, but I never went back full blaze, like 20 a day, but I would do maybe like one after dinner or two at a party, and then I wouldn't smoke for 3 days, and then I'd have one. So I kind of dabbled for a few years.
Would you hop into 7-Eleven, buy a pack, grab one out, throw the whole pack in the trash, teach yourself a lesson?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't do that.
Doesn't
I
sound like
tried.
she's an addict.
We're not alike.
yeah.
I tried to not buy a pack, but then I would sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I got pregnant with my daughter.
There you go.
And then I stopped for years and years. And then I was somewhere, like I was at someone's birthday party, and I was like, oh man, that looks so good. I was like, I could just have one, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out I could. So I had one, like once in a while, I would have one.
That's the dream, by the way. If I could do that, that would be wonderful.
And then a few years ago, I signed a life insurance policy.
Okay.
And I was like, well, am I allowed to smoke one cigarette and have it? Like one a quarter, like one every 6 months, one at a Christmas party? And they were like, no.
You listened. You were like, sure, I'm going to follow that.
That's my follow-up
Yes, I
question.
never
like,
smoked again. I hadn't actually smoked in a while when I signed it. And I was like, okay, I'm really never going to do this again.
did it cross your mind that you've now incentivized people to murder you if you have an insurance policy?
Oh,
That's
true.
why I'm not going to have one. Because I don't need my kids or my wife to have any more incentive.
More ammo.
Great call.
Yeah.
Great. I just made that story up.
You smoked on the ride here, I bet. Okay, back to in that same me observing people with infidelity, I've noticed that guys that are most kind of controlling, insecure, are generally the dudes I know that are most insecure about their penis, most insecure whether they're making girls come. Like I see a huge parallel there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wait, between people who are insecure.
about their penis.
Yeah.
They're most threatened by their partner cheating on them.
Got
Yes.
it.
Yes. There seems to be like a pretty nice correlation in my anecdotal life experience. I think it's fascinating.
Do you think the reverse is the same for women?
Well, I bring all this up because I'm genuinely curious. Like, I want to know, because this new season of the show is dealing a ton with sex in couples. And I guess the main question I would have, just from watching the trailer, because it's not out quite yet, is I can explain the type of shame associated with men talking about sex. I think, just generally speaking, men are far less shame-ridden by even talking about sex. So I first want to ask you why you think that is. Like, why is it that me and my guy friends have all seen each other's penises? I know exactly how they fuck. I know everything about, like, it's just fine. And I wonder why it's different. I have an opinion, but I'd way rather hear from you guys.
Well, I'd be interested to know, like, what the difference is between, how old are you?
34.
Monica? 34. So I'm
3 years younger.
Yeah, no.
Don't fuck up the math. I already established you at 29, so you can blow the
Yeah,
whole
but
thing.
look at your face.
Oh, please.
We spent so much time, and now I'm digressing again, but when you came the first time, we've since talked about it so much, but like, I was like, oh, I'm not like, that's a person.
Shut the
Oh my
fuck
God.
up.
She's only had it twice. She's had it twice where, like, the guest left, and she's like, I got to really think about everything in life.
Anyway, sorry, you said age.
Age, yeah.
No, because I was curious about Monica's, if the difference in, because I'm 15 years older than you. So I wonder if my experience is the same as yours being raised, and I don't know. And I hope it's very different than from my daughter's, who's 15-ish years younger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where the rubber meets the road for you. Don't you think? Like, this is really where things launch. Like, your
Yes.
sexual identity is just starting to really take form.
Right. But the messaging that I got when I was my daughter's age, who's 17, this is gross. This is bad. Good girls don't do this. Good girls don't really talk about it. Don't talk about pleasure. Don't think about what you might like or what's right for you, or like, let alone like, what are your kinks? Or it was all just like, be good, be nice, like, be in a monogamous relationship.
And can I add one thing?
Yeah.
Because we're roughly the same age, which is like, you better make sure the guy you lose your virginity loves you. As if a human can tell if someone truly, like, what a fucking burden to put on a 15-year-old kid. Like, my dad said, don't knock anyone up.
Right.
Like, those are marching orders one can follow.
Yes.
Make sure this woman loves you with her whole heart. I mean, that is that's a lot of pressure. And then when it turns out maybe the person didn't love you for the rest of your life, and now you failed at that thing, that's the part I really kind of hate. It's just like the weight of that command.
Yeah, and why is it the girl's responsibility to carry the whole moral context for the whole thing? And we're the ones who are then shamed, or we're the ones that are then judged. At least in my generation, that was kind of the
if you like sex, you are a slut.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Only sluts like sex.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the emphasis is so much more on building a relationship, not pleasure from sex. It's like, yeah, you better like have a boyfriend and have him for a while. And how long have you guys been together before you ever had sex? Like, those are the conversations, as opposed to just like, I enjoy it and I want to do it. And
I have an unpopular opinion with my daughters, which is, like, of course, the most generic thing every guy says to me is like, oh, you better have a gun. There's going to be guys coming around or whatever. You know, this notion that I've got to protect my my daughter's virginity with great prejudice if necessary. My response is, I do not want my daughters to have sex so that they can get approval from somebody.
Yeah.
But if my daughters are horny and want to have sex, that was my favorite activity. It remains my favorite activity. I'd be lying if I said I was in any way anti that activity. I'm anti getting esteem from that activity, but that's it for me.
Right. I hope that the conversation is starting to change around women's sexuality and their pleasure, and the right for a woman to say, like, hey, let me think about this.
Yeah.
Like, how many of us have actually sat down and been like, let me sort of chart out what my sexuality is. Like, what do I like? What do I not like? Could I say that to someone in the moment? It's like, we're not taught that that's okay.
yeah, I think the conventional old wisdom is like, if the guy feels good at the end, or if the guy comes, like, you did a good job.
Success. By the way, every guy's going to come. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort, especially in your teens.
Yeah, but like, that's you doing a good job if he is happy.
Right. let me back up. I want to know, because sex, I don't know what the anxiety is. I know when I was growing up, girls had great anxiety about whether they could give a blowjob correctly. Like that seemed to be a performance anxiety. Because I know every boy has this incredible anxiety about like, am I going to come too fast? Am I going to get hard? What's going to, like, I know the actual anxiety men are wrestling with for sex. And I've definitely heard women lament about their fear of not knowing how to give a blowjob. But is there any fear about sex in general that you would be bad at it?
I think so. I mean, I think it's if the guy is not, like, definitely what a girl's not saying is, oh, it's not going well because I don't feel pleasure, which that is what they should be saying. But I think there's so much emphasis on the guy.
And really, like, I think if the girl is if she's really in her body and having a lot of pleasure, like that's great sex. The guy is then having great sex.
Right.
Especially if you're an approval junkie like me. Like all I want is for you to walk away going like, that guy did a good job. You hope. Is it progressing? You would know. You have the ear of that generation of young people. Without saying it's like what we're not saying your daughter said to this, but you must have some sense of like I'll tell you one thing that my wife does, which I think is ingenious. She didn't make it up. She learned it from somebody. Is when she describes sex to our children, she says, and then the woman takes the man's penis and puts it in her vagina. So right away, it's like, you're in charge of this,
Right.
and you will decide to put this in your vagina, not the man puts his penis in your vagina.
Oh, that's a good
And I was like, a
distinction.
little subtle thing
Yeah.
like that is like, yeah, you're in the driver's seat. He's got this ridiculous protrusion, so it would seem he's in the driver's seat, but you're going to take that and put that, And I was like, oh,
Right.
that's a nice little adjustment we're going to make.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so in this season, though, based, I guess, on the popularity of the vagina episode, and it wasn't even a vagina episode, it was an episode about...
Female pleasure.
Female pleasure.
Yeah.
So I have to imagine that was, like, probably the one that people watched the most?
Yeah, it was.
I watched the drug one, of course, because I'm an addict.
That was a good one.
That was a great one.
And then I was like, well, let's get over to this vulva conversation. So was that kind of like maybe a guiding, like, oh, wow, this is really underexplored, clearly.
Exactly. There was a lot of great conversation that happened around that episode. And I think we just felt like this is a topic that people are still uncomfortable with, the idea of female pleasure. Mm-hmm. And then we extrapolated it out a little bit because the show follows these incredibly brave couples who are coming forward because there's something that's really blocking them in their sex lives, right? So this is a particular thing because we're just looking at these couples who are in committed monogamous relationships, and there's all other kinds and all other permutations. But I found it so fascinating that in your intimate sex life, like, that's where unresolved stuff from your life is going to come up and out, right? So whatever your insecurities are, whatever bracing you do, whatever unresolved trauma you have, like, it's going to come out there.
Yeah, you're your most vulnerable state
Right.
physically you can be in.
Right. And so I thought, if we are able to explore how you can unlock yourself from those paradigms that you grew up with, or those patterns, or the trauma, like, if you, like, what would be possible? Like, in a sexual context, if you could be super honest with yourself and really listen to yourself and really be vulnerable, like, what could be possible? What could you heal? And it's very cool. Like, there are some of these couples go so they're so abjectly brave, and they're just trying stuff to get as close to the person that they love as possible. And one couple had almost separated, and they had completely lost their attraction to each other. There was one couple where they were completely sexually mismatched, and the woman just felt like she was broken and could not have an orgasm. And the guy was like, well, it worked with everyone else. Like, and just really, you see how communication and insecurity, ego, vulnerability, like, you see how all this stuff plays in, and how people were really able to start to dismantle some of this stuff that kept them apart.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Well, I do think that I've said this a bunch of times that, like, and I've been in 3 different really long-term relationships, and I think the very hardest element of a relationship to keep on track is the sex life, because it requires so much vulnerability in the area that I think we're all the most insecure. Like the notion that we wouldn't be enough for our partner in that
Right.
way, you kind of tell yourself the story is like, well, I can't fix that. Like maybe you want me to wash dishes more, I can handle that. You want me to pick up the kids more often, that's tackleable. I don't know how to please you. Like I just think it like gets to the very deepest primitive fear we have that we wouldn't be enough for somebody.
Yeah, but there's like a mind reading piece of that we all do that undermines us so much, right? It's like you just said, I worry that I'm not pleasing you. But what if it was your partner's responsibility to say, hey, like, I would love it if you tried this.
Yeah.
And to kind of undo that burden that like you're supposed to read my mind and I'm supposed to read your mind and this is supposed to be perfect. And if we're not having perfect sex, then it means we're not meant to be together.
But I do think what stands in the way of that, the roadblock for that is we're all a little codependent in relationships. So I am nervous that if I tell you my needs or my desires, that you will interpret it as you're failing.
So
I think that's what really stands in the way quite often with people being honest about what they want, because they don't want to hurt their partner's feelings. They don't want to imply their partner should have known this intuitively. But I think a lot of us get defensive quite quickly when the stakes are that high.
But I think it's how you frame it, right? Like if you are able to say to your partner, hey, like, is there any way we could have a conversation that I feel embarrassed to have? Like, I want to talk about something that's really hard for me to talk about. Like, is that okay?
Yeah.
And you set it up like, you're my friend in this. Like, I'm not attacking you.
Yeah.
And also you have to pick the right moment, right? So it can't be like,
Maybe not right after
Right,
you
like-
finish.
An
Maybe-
ideal time is like if he's just lost a basketball game or he just got fired.
yeah, right then.
That's when you hit him, because you know maybe he's open to direction at that moment. He's questioning a lot of things.
But Jaya, there's a woman named Jaya on the show. She's this amazing sex therapist.
Real quick, that's very convenient.
That her name's Jaya.
Suspicious, yeah.
What?
Jaya.
Simulation.
Well, Jaya, vagina. It seems a little convenient, like a weathercaster that's named like Dallas Rains. You're like, I don't know, man. You went into meteorology?
Chicken or the egg?
All right.
get
Anyways,
it.
I just wanted to flag that.
Okay. Thank you. This recontextualizes everything for me. But she said, like, have the conversation like that when you're both resourced, right? Meaning you're not in a fight about something else.
Yeah.
You're not exhausted. You didn't have one kid with a fever all night. Like, wait until
Everyone's cup's full.
your cup is full and come to the conversation with accountability and vulnerability. And I think that if couples are willing to do that, hey, I'm going to put down my reactivity and just hear you. Like really interesting things can come out of that.
Yeah, it's almost like if you can trick yourself. Like people have mental tricks. I have mental tricks. When I used to audition a lot, it's like on the whole way there, I convinced myself I don't even want to be in this movie. Second, I really believe that, then I can just be carefree and do whatever I intended to do.
Right.
And similarly, it's like if you can almost trick yourself into like your partner is your friend who's telling you like what they like. It's that simple. Like you're just hearing
It's
what your
not
friend
a
would
trick. It's real. That's real.
Yes, but I'm saying to remove yourself from the like, oh fuck, I haven't been doing it right. Shit, she's telling me now we've been married
Yeah.
for 14 years. I've been doing like you know,
Yeah,
you
no,
can
you
go
got your
off to the races
teammates.
really quick.
Right.
I'm trying to
Right.
be realistic about what people probably feel like when this comes up.
Just interesting to ask yourself, like, why is this so hard to have? Is there a way that if we could have a conversation where we could address the elephant in the room, which is this is a really hard conversation to have?
Yeah. Well, let's start with the way sexuality often begins is, I just told the story recently. I moved to a different school in junior high in sixth grade, and then this gal that was an eighth grader asked me to go to the movies with her, and we started kind of like, I guess we're going together, blah, blah. Then we're behind the shed at Deanna's house because you would go to the movies, but really you just leave immediately, and you would go to Deanna's house, and then we're behind the shed, and we were making out and everything, and I had gone up with a shirt before, so I was fine with that. And then she said, I like getting fingered. And in my mind, I'm like, great, like, sure.
Good for her, by the way.
I know.
How old was she?
She was in eighth grade, so she's like 14.
What an amazing girl.
But here's me. Okay, so I'm 12, and so I'm going down her pants, and I know where my penis is. It's right out in front of my mom's pubis, right? It's there. It's up high. I'm assuming that's where the vagina's at. And I'm going down and down, and now I start really panicking. Like, if I go much lower, I'm going to be at her butt. That's what's got to be next, because that's where mine's at. And I'm like, I'm pausing for long enough that she says, oh, have you not done this before? And I was like, no, I've done it. And then I just commit, like, oh, fuck, I'm probably going to touch her butt. But I got, so for me, it literally started with, have you not done this before?
Right.
Yes, I have. And then panicked and then
right.
acting like I've done it before. And then fingered her butt. No, I didn't finger her butt. That didn't happen, but I was
She probably liked that too, maybe.
Sure, fuck it. Yeah, I'm sure everything was on the
She
table.
sounds like if you had said, no, I haven't, she would have been great.
She probably would have liked it. And that's
Yeah.
that's the thing I kind of want to say is like people find that so endearing and lovely, and to be a part of like walking someone through that is actually amazing.
Yeah.
I'll be really vulnerable then.
Yeah.
I had sex very late for the first time. Like,
Last night.
not last night, but not that long ago.
Like in your 30s?
I was about to turn 30, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what made you wait so long?
It wasn't a choice.
Okay.
It wasn't like I was like, I'm waiting till marriage or something like that. But I have a lot of like blocks about being liked and relationships, and I didn't have one like growing up ever, and no one who I liked me. A lot of things piled up into me having like a lot of blocks.
And I'll add a story that people don't like her and literally is blind to. I've been in front of her while a guy is hitting on her, and we walk away, and then we fight for 25 minutes about whether he just hit on her.
And you know that he did, and you can't see it.
Yeah.
So where does that story come from?
Well, I was an Indian girl in Georgia, and I felt really other. And I also was really other.
I've been around her screaming, this dude's in love with you. No, he likes the show. Yeah, he likes the show in which you are yourself on the show. And it's not like
Right.
you're a character on fucking TV that he's in love with. You are Monica.
Right. This is a good point.
Oh, it drives
Well.
me crazy, Gwyneth.
Anyway.
You and I should go out for coffee and talk about it.
We're going
Spend
to.
all your time talking about this. But yeah, anyway, so there was a lot going on. Yes, and I would always then pick people who I couldn't have to kind of confirm the thing. You know, it's a whole thing. But I had sex very late.
Was it a boyfriend by the time? Or you just sort
No,
of
we did like, it was like our third date. And I was like,
It's time to party.
it's time. Yes, I wanted to. And I was like, this is.
Did he know?
So that was a whole thing. I was like, I have to tell him. But I didn't also want to tell him like on the first day. You know, I was like, how do we do this? How
Right.
do I navigate this?
Because at that point, you're kind of a little insecure about it.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
Very. I also, this person who's incredible, a very, very special person.
Are you still with him?
No.
Oh.
But he has had many sexual partners. This I know, which is fine. And I knew that. So that also added a little bit to the insecurity because I'm
Right.
like, oh my God, this person has had so many partners and I've never had sex and I have to tell him. So we're like fooling around and it is about to happen. And I have to say, hey, I have to tell you something. And he was like, okay.
Don't worry, I already have it.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, obviously,
I think. Which one are you talking? Yeah. I already have those ones. Yeah.
but that's obviously what I was thinking, or what he must have been thinking.
Yeah.
But so because he was not expecting what I told him, and was like, I haven't had sex before, and he was like, oh, do you want to? And I was like, yeah. And so we did, and he was lovely, and he was so like, it was really sweet. And then he like sent me this nice text the next day, like I hope that was good. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Very good person and experience.
A
But
nice
it was-
text. I thought you were going to say, sent me these nice flowers.
Oh no.
Okay.
He posted on Twitter like, "Great night last night." I mean, he didn't tag me, but I mean, clear.
But I knew it was about me. No, he was
Yeah,
perfect.
we love
But that feeling of like, oh my God, I have to tell.
Oh, I can't.
This
I'm
person-
impressed you did because I know what it was for you.
But I felt like that would be so unfair to him if I didn't.
Like, P.S. You just took my virginity.
Couldn't do it to him.
Fuck him. That's like I feel like for you. No, it's for you to say like, this is,
Yeah.
I think that's really self-honoring to be like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
I admire it.
I do too.
Yeah. I would have I did chicken out. I just went, fuck it, I'll hit her butt.
Well, you were 12.
Yeah, I'm maybe 11, yeah.
Anyway, all to say, I only say that because I don't know, everyone's different experiences. And of course, I think I'm the only person on earth ever who's that age who has to have that conversation. But I'm probably not. I'm sure there are other people.
I'm really impressed you just told that whole story, by
Thanks.
the way. Yeah. You're a gangster.
Thanks.
You're getting more and more gangstery by the day.
Thanks. But yeah, it's a tricky topic.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by HP. If you're a parent or you know one, like I do, or you can help take care of kids, you already know what August feels like. It's not summer anymore, it's the pregame. The supplies list, the forms, the "we need this printed by tomorrow" texts that come in at 9 p.m. And I say this as someone who's been on the receiving end of those texts in a former life. You're ready to help, and then the printer says no, out of ink, blinking at you, useless. It's such a small thing, but it will absolutely derail your night. So when I heard about the HP Smart Tank printer from HP, America's most trusted printer brand, I thought this is the kind of thing that actually makes life easier, not in a big flashy way, in a one less crisis way. Instead of those little cartridges that run out the second you need them, the HP Smart Tank uses refillable ink tanks, and it comes with up to 3 years of ink included. 3 years. That's 3 back-to-school seasons without the cartridge panic. HP can't fill out the forms for you, but they can make sure the printer is never the reason you're up past midnight. Search HP Smart Tank.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. We've talked before about Rob building our website on Squarespace, and I bring it up again because it's a perfect example of what they do well. Rob had all the pieces, the content, the vision, the ideas, but he needed something to actually take all that and make it public facing. And Squarespace was that bridge. Maybe you're in the same spot. You've been developing something, a business, a skill set, a body of work, and it's been private. It's been yours. But at some point, you're ready to put it out there, and that transition from private to public can feel like a huge leap. Squarespace makes it feel like a step. Beautiful templates, built-in SEO, email campaigns, scheduling, analytics, everything you need to go from "I've been working on this" to "here it is, come find me." All in one place, no code, no stitching together a bunch of different tools. So if you've been sitting on something and waiting for the right moment, this might be it. Head to squarespace.com/DAX for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code DAX to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
We are supported by Arm & Hammer toothpaste. I feel like so many parts of our lives have gotten a little overcomplicated, including toothpaste. There's always some new ingredient, new promise, new thing you're supposed to suddenly care about. Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste keeps it simple. Powered by baking soda, a time-tested ingredient you already know and trust for a clean you can actually feel. It removes up to 3 times more plaque in hard-to-reach areas compared to a leading toothpaste, and it gently whitens. And if you hear baking soda and think, wait, is that gentle enough? Arm & Hammer is actually a less abrasive toothpaste, and it is designed to protect enamel. Myth busted. It's also the #1 dentist-recommended baking soda toothpaste. I am a broken record on Arm & Hammer toothpaste. I love it. I've been using it for years and years. My dad first introduced it to me, and I've never gone back. I've also gotten a lot of people on it, and once you go to Arm & Hammer, you won't regret it. My personal favorite is the Arm & Hammer Peroxicare toothpaste. It improves gum health while gently removing plaque and surface stains, but also just my mouth feels so clean after. They have so many. They have advanced white toothpaste, which is great. I also use that. Complete Care toothpaste. Everything is perfect. Try Arm & Hammer toothpaste to taste the difference. Feel the difference. Shop at your favorite retailer between August 2nd and August 15th to save $1.50. Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste. Save $1.50 August 2nd through 15th.
With the Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. And you get big purchasing power, so your business can spend more and earn more. Stephen, Brandon, and Bruno, the business owners of SandCloud, reinvested their 2% cash back to help build the company's retail presence. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus. Terms apply.
when you do a show like this and you got to go out and promote it, I would imagine, like, do you feel an obligation, like, these people who were kind enough to participate in this thing, they're being so open, and now I pretty much have to walk that path too. Do you feel that pressure at all?
It's so interesting you say that, because I think people expect me to do that. And my point is, it's still a really private thing. Mm-hmm. Or for me, it feels really private, right? It's like, I've had my own long journey with my sexuality, and it's constantly evolving through all the chapters of my life and through like being a kid and trying to understand it, and all the many phases of being objectified and putting yourself in a bad situation, and then getting married and divorced and then remarried. And it's like, it's been a really interesting journey. And I think actually, there have been times where I've been close to myself and my sexuality, and there have been times where I've gone way far away from it. But it's really personal. Yeah. And I think the reason why I wanted to do the show was not to sort of talk about my own stuff. Although, like, in a situation like this with you guys, like, it feels not, like, horrible to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that the impetus behind the whole thing is, like, to the degree to which you're comfortable, like, you are allowed to talk about this stuff in your own life. You're allowed to think about it. You're allowed to explore it. You're allowed to talk about it, ask questions about it. You know, like we were saying earlier, like, let your mind go wild and think about, like, oh, would I like this or not?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to tell everybody.
Right.
But I think it's really important that we give ourselves a permission to have that kind of curiosity and agency. I don't know. And I really do think that, I keep saying it because it's the only way I can really say what I mean. But if you're close to yourself in that way and you're really integrated in that way, I feel like life really opens up.
Yeah. When we interviewed Natalie Portman, we were kind of talking about this, like, diametrically opposed trajectory of actors whose sexuality was restricted. Mm-hmm. So that would be like everyone that was on Disney. Like, they really restrict your sexuality.
Right.
And then, like, Natalie, who was sexualized at 13.
Yeah.
And how it just has this predictable outcome, right? Where it's like she then closed it down and these people exploded.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually fascinating.
It is. And we think of ourselves as having this, like, an innate path we're on, but that is so not true. It's like, if I were a Disney kid, I would have done this. And if I were sexualized, I probably would have done that. Like, it's, you are really susceptible to these outside forces. So I think you're kind of in that Natalie category, I would imagine, where it's just like, I've got to reclaim this for me, and everyone butt out for a second, and then maybe getting older and going like, okay, and then also I do want to be outward. You know, like, I could imagine that being the...
That's such an interesting point. I never would have thought about it like that. But yeah, I think the first movie that I ever was in, they had me take my shirt off.
At what age?
19.
Okay, yeah.
I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, why do I have to take my shirt off? Like, what? What is this? Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so important for the character, you know.
This character actually does take her shirt off sometimes. And so this is one of those moments where her shirt would be off. By the way, this is the lesson you talked about starting a business, which is like, you didn't feel empowered to ask the question. Or perhaps you felt like you would be exposing how green and novice you were.
Yeah. And I just was like, why? I remember thinking, why do I have to take my shirt off? And then it was just like, there was a period of time where it was like, if you're a serious actress, you know, you take your shirt off to show that you can really...
You're an artist.
Commit.
Yeah, you can really commit. Yeah. And
with all that said, though, do you have the thing Kristen has where she's like, now she's showing her boobs anytime she can. Like, anytime they ask her, she's like, yeah, absolutely. And she's like, fuck, I wish I would have shown this shit off when I was younger and I didn't want anyone to see it. Now you hire her for a fucking a Hardee's commercial and that shirt's coming off.
No, but Kristen is more of she's
Disney.
not a Disney kid, but of that, because she's the cute girl and the sweet girl and
girl
that.
next door.
Exactly.
And she's like, bitch, I like to fuck. Let me show you these titties in this Taco Bell commercial.
But yeah, you would have been more in the other camp.
We have to let you go, but I do want to ask one question. As happens with you, I'll hear about something. This was the topic of our first interview, which we're not going to rehash, but I feel like I've been someone who's always come to your defense and thought, you know what, this is someone else's issue. But things percolate to me, even though I don't really follow them. So one thing I read or heard is that do you guys have 2 houses?
No.
Is that real?
No, that's
Okay.
not.
This one piqued my interest just on a personal level. I was like,
Yeah.
should I buy the house next door? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. And again, like whatever, horses for courses, as they say in England, like whatever works. But what happened was when Brad and I got married, we thought it still felt soon to kind of integrate the kids under one roof. So we had a different situation. And we had been dating for a while, and he had a house close. And so we sort of thought, well, maybe we'll just be married for a year and let them experience that before we kind of all go under.
I love that.
That's
As someone who got slammed into other families a bunch as a kid, I couldn't stand it.
I don't know. Sometimes we think like maybe we were too careful about, but I think we really tried to be as mindful in our divorces and our in our marriage together as possible. And we love our kids so much. And between the 2 of us, we have these 4 great kids, and it's really hard. And there's no book, like nobody tells you how to step parent or how to do it. And it's tough. And you go through really like things you just could not have imagined going through. And it's been such a totally fascinating and humbling thing, being a step parent and trying to figure it out.
I have said this before, but I have 3 stepdads, and I just hated 2 of them. And thank God the last one didn't try to parent me, and I loved him. But I then was dating someone with a kid, and then I kind of fell in love with the kid.
Right.
And then in falling in love with the kid, I want the kid to turn out right. It was irresistible for me to not try to help that. And then that's not a role the kid wanted me to have, understandably. And for the first time, I was like, I still hate those first 2 motherfuckers, but I have so much compassion for what they were dealing with, especially 2 boys, me and my brother.
Right.
Like, oh my God, is it a hard thing to navigate? I mean, it is really challenging.
I wish somebody... I think probably no one's written the book because everyone has fucked it up.
Yes.
Too hard, yeah.
Yes.
There's no way to win in it, but...
Well, my stepdad could have. He literally showed up and he was like, yeah, man, you're your own guy. I'm into engineering and shit, if you ever want to talk about that.
That's nice.
And I adored him. And
But you were older too, which is a little helpful.
I don't know, man. That was a rough age for me. Like, I was 15. Had I not liked him, I would have fought him. Like, I was at the age where I was like dying to lock horns with somebody.
That's
right.
And he just never took that challenge on, and I just loved him. And yeah.
I think that's the thing, right? It's like understanding that you are not the parent. You don't have jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm. But you love them.
But you love them. You have to. It's hard because
you want them to turn out
right.
well,
And with your own kids, you have all this latitude, and you can make mistakes and not. And with a step kid, it's totally different. But
even
I've
with their
loved it.
kids, who I'm so close to, have been around since they were babies. Like I have that. I'm like, I can't say the thing that I really want to say, but I want to say it because I love that person and I need that person to be okay. It is so complicated.
But then it's also like, well, that's, for example, your idea of what's okay, right?
Exactly.
So it's like, what is projection? What is...
Well, I was going to say, it's ironically a weird lesson to learn for your own children, which is they're their own fucking people. Get out of the way, which is almost impossible to do.
Yeah.
But it's like if you could learn it in the stepchild, you could almost apply it to your child.
Totally. And I think it was Banksy, that artist, who said, I saw this quote that said something like, parents now will do absolutely anything for their children except let them be who they actually are.
Yeah.
And it really stayed with me because I thought, God, we have all these ideas about how to parent and what they're supposed to do and be and say and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, can we be brave enough to just let them emerge as who they are without...
And trust.
Yeah, without all of this, like, how does this reflect back on me? It's like, no. Like, don't be such a selfish narcissist. Totally. It's like, they came through you, but they're not of you, like Rumi said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a really good memory, and I don't know if it's uniquely good, but I can go back to 9 and listening to an adult talk to me, and I'm like, you don't get it. You're not going to win this. Like, you're going to say what you're going to say, and then guess what? I'm going to be me when I walk away from you.
Right.
Like, I had that conviction And I don't know why I would pretend my daughters are going to be any different. Like, I can fight them along the way, or I can try my best to be there when they fuck up and go like, "Yo, I fucked up the same way," you know?
Yeah. And bringing that kind of understanding and like camaraderie to parenting is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And it works the other way around with your parents. They're not you either. Like, don't put
They're never going to listen to a word you say.
Exactly.
Yeah. No one's going to listen to anyone. Just accept that.
That's true.
Well, from your shoes to your slacks to your great program, which is called Goop. No, it's not. It's called Sex, Love, and Goop. Sex, Love, and Goop. It's interesting. It's confusing. We had to really mull it over between the two of us. It is a season 2, but it is not a season 2. It's its own show.
Yeah, exactly. It's its own show.
Okay.
It's another incarnation of Goop content. I mean, it's all like the same. I think what drives us at the company is being sort of bold around asking these questions, right? Like, how do we optimize ourselves and what are the channels through which we can do that? And so it's kind of the same sentiment, but they're very different shows. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sex, Love, and Goop on Netflix.
If you want to wear cute clothes, you should go to Goop and check
Monica
out
looks
G-Label.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm wearing a
Monica,
G-Label sweatshirt.
I'm like
sweater
starstruck.
When you look at the
seeing
pictures,
Monica in the
the
sweatshirt.
$30 jumpsuit I'm wearing is from Goop. Don't let Gwyneth tell you anything different. And if it's not available, that'll be a false advertisement claim. So please litigate. Gwyneth, such a pleasure.
Thanks
round
for
2.
having me
Back.
again.
I hope there's a
Yeah.
round 3 through 15.
Anytime.
All right.
And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman.
I'm enjoying a cheese from your fridge
Yep.
that is 5 years old,
Almost as old as Delta.
and it's really good. You can taste the 5 years.
Yeah. The experience.
To me, it's always an interesting business endeavor when you're in the business of aging, because what's implicit in that is a ton of storage. Like, if you get into the 5-year-old cheese game, you know, you're going to be storing a lot of cheese for 5 years.
That's true.
And every day, presumably, you're putting some in that will start the process. So you're getting into the storage business when you're doing these age things, the scotch, the
wine.
because storage comes with some built-in costs.
Sure.
Right?
Storage costs.
Storage costs.
You know, I think Matt, our friend Matt, he's obsessed with building houses out of storage containers.
I used to be.
You did?
I did, yeah.
I've never heard of it, but he's always sending pictures of that.
Yeah, you can weld them together.
Yeah.
They're neat, but they're
But they're storage
They're limited.
containers. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I had a fantasy of getting like a chunk of property out somewhere, let's say by Glamis or something,
Yep.
building some weird storage. Because the containers themselves you can sometimes get for free, or they are a few $100s, and they're indestructible.
Yeah, this is an interesting personality thing, right? Like, some people are very attracted to that. Like, how do I...
Build a 3,000 square foot house for $100.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Right. I do.
I know.
Yeah. And decreasingly so.
We have to be honest, because that's what we do here. We don't have any facts for Gwyneth because we recorded with her yesterday. This is rare. We recorded with her yesterday. This is a quick tourney.
She got fast passed to
She did.
Monday.
She did. Because of that, I don't have the episode yet, so I don't have the facts yet, but that's okay.
That's not, I don't even think that's what we would have talked about anyways. I think that the headlines won't be in the facts.
They won't be, but it's important.
The headlines are what happened when you walked in.
Oh, yeah. Look, if there's a lesson to be taken, it's don't try to be cool, right? Because the first time we had Gwyneth on, I was like, should I wear something from Goop? Maybe I should, so she knows I like it. But no, that's not cool. I shouldn't do it. I had a lot of thought that went in, and I was like, no, I'm just going to be like normal. And it sucked. I should have.
Also, who endeavors into creating products wouldn't be delighted to see someone owning it and enjoying it.
Exactly. But I was more insecure. And I wanted to impress her, and I felt like that was the way to impress her, which is very stupid. But this time, I was like, fuck that. I'm wearing a G-Label sweatshirt that I love, that's pretty new. It's so cute. And I wore it, and she was so delighted immediately.
I was delighted because I was like, oh, she knows what she's making. Because you could create some story in your head that she doesn't know what the fuck's going on at Goop. And she shows up and promotes this and that. But no,
she knew.
Boom.
Yep.
Second she saw you.
Yeah. And she liked it. Mm-hmm. And I liked it.
And then, of course, the headline for me after that would be, I then hugged her upon greeting her. And she said, that was an incredible hug.
You are a very good hugger.
Thank you.
You are. It's a real skill. I have had a few people in life who are incredible huggers. You, my friend Matt from home, incredible hugger. Kristen is a really, really, really good hugger too. Me and her.
I would love to feel her hug at your size.
That's what I was going to say.
For me, she's like struggling to put her arms around a barn door.
Right.
You know, mind you, great hugger. I love hugging her.
Of course.
But I do wonder what it's like when she can be more in the role that I'm normally in as a hugger, which is I can fold my entire body around your body when I hug you.
Yeah. No, it's a very specific hug between her and I because we're the same. She's an inch taller.
Yeah.
So it's very much the same level. Yeah, you can like fully embrace.
Yeah.
In a way that's lovely.
Do you ever feel like your juggies create too much space between you guys?
I've never felt that.
Okay.
No. I mean, they're smashed up against her for sure.
You guys are really flattening each other's boobs out when you embrace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, spilling.
Wow.
There's lots of spillage. Yeah.
We should have Wobby Wob take a photo of that. We can see you getting a lot of likes.
Okay.
Another great photo would be Wobby Wob in the middle of that hug.
It would disturb the whole thing. The whole thing is
for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for Wobby Wob, it would probably be nice.
You might like it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to make a really dangerous argument because it's kind of, in truth, it's a little counterproductive to a movement that I very much believe in. But you were unaware of the movie Soul Man until about 5 days ago. And so Soul Man was a Thomas C. Howell film in 1986.
Yes.
1 year before you got here.
That's right.
Yeah, shit changed on your watch.
Yeah.
But this movie, Soul Man, was a hit film. It cost $4 million and made $35 million in cinemas when I was 11 years old. And the lead was in blackface and a jerry curl. And the premise is almost worse than the blackface itself, which is he did it so he could go to college because it's so fucking easy to go to college if you're black. So the only reason I bring that up is I feel compelled to point out when we learn of these people that were in blackface in the early 80s, it's so regrettable. It's such a bummer. But also, there was a hit movie out that no one cared about. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Certainly people in the black community probably hated this fucking movie in 1986. But I do think it's a tiny bit relevant to remember, like, just that's how fucking different culture was in 1986.
Yeah.
Because I'm inclined to go like, what a monster. That person went as a black person to Halloween in 1985. Yeah. But then I also go like, well, but there was a hit movie, so clearly it seemed like that was no problem.
Yeah. Again, black people always knew it was a problem.
They did always know it was a problem. I guess I'm saying I at 11 didn't know like, oh, this is insanely wrong. Yeah. I know it's completely wrong now, but I don't remember at 11 going like, oh my God, what an offensive movie.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think America was reacting that way either.
Probably not, but they should have been. It's just that timing was different, and I'm grateful that movie can't exist anymore, and that people know.
Me too. If you're born in the 90s or the 2000s, I understand that time frame is inconceivable, but I'm just saying like I lived through it.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to say, we're going to look at some shit in about 20 years that we're doing right now in 2021, and it's going to seem insane.
It is. Yes, that is absolutely true.
Thank God I never did that because I've done a bunch of terrible things. It's just one that I didn't happen to participate in. Anyone who one of those things surfaces should immediately recognize that it was horrendous and they should regret it.
Yeah.
But the inclination to just draw a wholesale conclusion on who they were.
Character, yeah.
Yeah, just, you'd also have to do that to Thomas C. Howell. You'd have to do that to everyone that saw, I don't know.
The guy that played the Indian man in
Short
Circuit.
Short Circuit.
Yeah.
He most certainly wouldn't do that today.
No.
Yeah. He's blinded by this soup.
But
we were
even
living
like
in.
Hank Azaria,
Yeah.
like he wouldn't either. And you have to let society grow and learn.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah.
But we're in a very bizarre time period where everything everyone did 30 years ago is still quite in your face.
Yeah.
It just wasn't before. It's like
No.
people weren't aware of those growing pains in 1980 because there wasn't abundant footage of people from 1950.
I know. It's scary.
Yeah. And I think because that is a development, we have to have some kind of computation to understand it all.
I agree. Gwyneth was still as radiant as she was last time, if not more. Her outfit, my God. It's perfect. We were watching a show the other day and you were like, their shirts are too perfect. That wouldn't be that wouldn't be real life. Like there would be wrinkles and maybe some
Well, it was the
stains.
end of the day for these people. They had been wearing these shirts all fucking day
Yeah,
and they had
looked
just been
pristine.
steamed. Yeah.
However, Gwyneth's outfit looked absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And she had been sitting in a car for an hour, you know, and
It-
she had no wrinkles on her white pants. Almost impossible.
It was noon though, or 1?
It was noon.
Yeah. It's getting hot in here, do you think?
In this,
Dwelling.
I can put the air on.
You don't have to. I'm just wondering if you noticed that the temperature changed.
I didn't. But you worked out, so maybe that's part of
I
it.
did work out. It was a doozy. It was too hard because I haven't been eating enough carbohydrates because I cut out gluten because my arthritis. And then when I do that, I realize almost all the carbs I typically eat are gluten derived. I'm either
Yeah.
eating pasta or some bread.
Yeah.
And now it's just me and rice. That's really my
Yeah.
only carbohydrates.
What are some other carbs we can get in there?
Well, apples. I did have an apple for
Okay.
breakfast yesterday.
Okay.
I woke up at 3. This is an update. And then I put my book on tape back on, and then I had put it for 45 minutes, which is always way too much time. I don't even need that much time. And then I heard it go off, and I was like, oh, fuck. It went off. Reset it. Heard it go off again.
For an hour.
Yeah. Finally said, fucking whatever. Get out of bed. It's 4:40. You're up. And, well, that gave me time to prepare an egg and bacon and toast proper IHOP meal for my daughters. So when they woke up, there was a full Denny's spread on the counter. And then I wasn't fucking with the gluten, so I couldn't get that. And I don't eat eggs.
Yeah.
So I was just munching on bacon. And I felt a little bit, I'm like, I can't just be munching on bacon. So I also had an apple.
Okay, that's.
That was a long way to tell you I did have an apple with some carbohydrates in it.
Do you notice you're more lethargic?
No, like I feel clear-headed and sharp, but I do notice I run out of energy when I'm exerting myself for sure. Like
Yeah.
I was sitting down between exercises, which I don't do.
Yeah.
And just kind of regrouping before the next one. And I try to talk myself into only doing 3 sets instead of 4. But then I looked in the mirror and I was like, who are you going to be proud of? The person that bought into this quitting or the person?
wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
my,
I had a
that's
whole
deep.
crisis of conscience.
What about potatoes?
Yeah,
You should do that.
I should eat a bunch of potatoes.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato,
Regular
hot
potato.
twice
Potato
baked
head.
potato. Gwyneth, sex.
Gwyneth sex, yeah. Well, I told a vulnerable story.
Yes, it was really incredible. I was really impressed.
I don't regret it.
Good. And there's a lot of virgins that have the same experience. I feel like they are the only ones in the world.
I think so. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you're not attractive. It doesn't mean you're broken. It's just your story.
I have to explain that in my head. I have to, and then I guess my assumption is that there's something religious. That's like my first stop.
That's the go-to.
Odds-wise,
Sure.
that's probably it. And then if not religion, more like a huge devotion to something something really important. Like
I placed a lot of weight on that.
yes, you want to be really in love with the person and all that, which again is a plenty fine explanation.
Yeah.
And then
But neither are true.
yeah, and that's the whole point of stereotypes is that, I'm going through click, 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 what would be the odds, this, and then unique. And then most certainly, I think a ton of people listening will have had the same experience and for the same reason.
Yeah.
And then people like me will stop going through this category, what I think is the most probable category.
Yeah, I'm happy I said it. I'm grateful to the person involved who was very lovely.
Of course, it was crossing my mind like mid rollout of the story, like, oh, I wonder if he'll listen to this.
I think he might.
Yeah.
But absolutely zero negative things to say
Oh,
about
yeah, it was lovely.
him.
If I'm him, I'm hearing that, I'm definitely liking that review.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's scary. It's scary to have to tell someone that. Yeah. But yeah, so what else about Gwen?
What about GP?
I think there's a little bit of stigma with Goop that it's like fancy or it's and I fucking love
That's
it.
not the complaint I heard. And it crossed my mind that I should bring it up and challenge her on it because there's most certainly going to be 600 comments about this. Is a lot of people are critical that it's pseudoscience,
Right.
which is fine. That's probably a great complaint, or I don't even know if that's a good complaint. But I do think it's also bullshit. People just want to dislike her, and so they've got another thing to hang it on. So the
Yes.
first thing was, of course you should eat more vegetables if you're rich, and then she did a whole thing where she proved you could eat the vegetables. Well, then it had to switch to something else. So now it's that she's a proprietor of pseudoscience, and it's like, okay.
And like you can pick and choose. Like you don't have to say across the board, like, okay, I believe absolutely every article that's on this, or I don't. Like you can pick and you can.
Yeah, like,
okay.
The FDA has never run studies on ginseng.
Yeah.
They're not going to. It's never going to happen because no one can profit from it because it's natural. So there will never be any evidence that ginseng does anything. But most certainly people who are taking ginseng take it for a reason.
Yeah, and it helps them.
And I think there's bozo charlatans. I think,
Me too.
I love it. I love her. She has these
teeth.
beautiful teeth.
She has these bright blue eyes, and they really just kind of light up the room.
No, she has a lip, like a chapstick, I guess.
Oh, I was going to say like a
can't
lip
call it
fungus or something.
A lip balm. God.
She has a lip balm.
Nope, she doesn't
Okay.
have a fungus.
Okay.
She has a balm. A lip balm. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I've just run out, and ding, 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 simulation. Now, just like this week, they came out with a trio pack, and there's the original, and then there's 2 tinted ones.
They need to hire you as a brand ambassador. I really think so. I really think they should
Speaking of
employ
that,
you.
I think I'm going to do some sort of gift guide.
Okay,
this year.
Great.
I don't know when or what or how,
Like
but
in on Instagram or as a standalone podcast. What do you? Because I've been encouraging you to do something style oriented as a podcast because you're so stylish. Everyone knows you're so stylish, and y'all, I've never seen anyone shop as much as Monica did and does. But in England, it was just tremendous to see. I mean, it was like. And then, when we went to France, the Eiffel Tower was not number one on the list. Most certainly this flea market that exists was number one on the list. So it is your life. Like you're into it like I'm into cars.
Yep.
Which is why I need a car podcast.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
ridiculous that I don't do one.
I agree.
I'm going to ask you a rhetorical question. You didn't, by chance, like at the end of that trip, add up.
Nope, of course not. Of course not. I did stare at all the stuff, and I was like, oh, no. But I'm not going to go there.
Okay. Because, look, I am way into cars, but I have a budget for the cars.
I'm sure. Listen,
I'm your dad and older brother. Like, I do, there's a gentle, budgets are good. They're good.
I know, but okay, do you want to be a person that I feel scared to tell, like, money stuff to?
Well, first of all, you already are, so that ship has sailed.
But why? Because of this?
But what's interesting about that is I ask you all the time what stuff cost that you bought, and then I don't ever shame you about it. I've never said it's stupid or you shouldn't or you can't or this is now, adjacent to that, I'm making a broader point about finances, which is budgets are good.
Just because you don't say it doesn't mean I don't
feel it.
I actually don't. I like it about you. I think it's adorable. So I actually am not looking at you like, what a fucking idiot. She's blowing all of her money. That thought has never crossed my mind.
Yeah. $50,000. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Now, I can admit to where I'm horrendously wasteful is online ordering. It's like I find something, oh, those are gorgeous. I haven't ordered one of the T-shirts to see if they fit the way I like T-shirts to fit. Mm-hmm. I just get 7. It happened. None of these fucking awesome prints that I liked that I ordered fit well. So I'll do that, and then I don't even care. I go, okay, great. Someone at Goodwill's getting like a brand new pair of slacks that I don't like, that are nice.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me too much, but I am pretty wasteful as far as that. Like, I'll go all in on some items before I've tried any of them on.
I do. I love shopping. I can't, I like looking around and enjoying what I'm seeing.
You and Mom like shopping together. In fact, you got a back channel compliment. She was talking about going shopping with someone else and telling me the experience. And she was like, yeah, it wasn't like being with Monica where it's like, oh my God, look, there's the things. Oh, let's go upstairs. You guys like,
nice.
The other person wasn't getting high on it like you guys can do together.
It's a bonding.
Yeah. You're gathering. I hate to say it. Like we dudes still hunt in other ways and women still gather.
I think you're right. And for me, like, I've been growing up on this. That was what we did. That's what Callie and I did every weekend. Like, we went to the mall and we I've been doing it since I was in middle school.
Since you were 1 year old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brand new baby.
White
dress.
Oh, top of the line. Pret-a-porter. Is that a thing?
Net-a-porter.
Net-a-porter?
Yeah.
No, what is it when it's designed to wear? What is that expression?
Oh.
Pret-a-porter?
Maybe. I don't even know that.
Oh my God. Let me say that and see if it'll spell it, because God knows I can't spell it. Pret-a-porter. Ready to wear.
Look at that. You taught me something about fashion.
What is the difference between haute couture and pret-a-porter? Pret-a-porter quite literally means ready to wear. Haute couture is generally used to deem anything high fashion.
Yeah.
This isn't too far off, as haute couture means high sewing or high dressmaking.
Cool. But that makes sense. So net-a-porter is a play on pret-a-porter then.
That's right. Yeah, ready to wear.
Good job knowing that. It's impressive.
That would have fallen into the 50% you didn't believe me. Like, had I not Googled it, you wouldn't have probably repeated, like, oh, pret-a-porter means ready to wear. I heard it from Dax.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And nor should you.
But if you said cars, I would believe it.
Damn well better. Like, that would just be a total waste of your time if I told you a car thing and you looked it up.
No, I would never.
Yeah.
You're the expert there.
That is the thing I probably know the most about.
And then second, surgery.
Yeah.
Wait, I wanted to say one more thing. Oh, no, just back to, I don't know what's going to happen with my gift guide. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Probably on Instagram. But I love looking at gift guides at the holidays. It's like my favorite thing. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to make one.
A gift guide?
Yeah, for the holidays.
I think that's great.
For the holidays.
For the holidays, for your health.
Like, what to get your best friend, what to get your mom.
Are you going to do different strata of income?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a variety.
Okay. Some for $40, some for $900.
Yeah.
Some for $2,000 to $6,000.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Anywho, love you.
Love you.